Kia ora everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Amy and it's been a little bit since I've put anything up or kind of communicated with you guys, so figured I would just jump on here and do a quick life update while I drink my coffee, and just kind of let you know what's been happening. Mm. It's a protein coffee today, so protein iced coffee. Yeah, so life update. Well, first things first, completed pages for September? Yeah, September 2025. They're done. We went from my biggest month ever and to 0. And that's okay. That happens. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in August, a lot of stuff happened in September. So yeah, I don't have a completed pages. I will roll that into October's completed pages if I have completed pages to show you guys. And we'll just do I'll show you the whips and stuff like that if I have pages to show you guys. Because the fact is, I haven't been doing a lot of colouring. I haven't been doing a lot of creative colouring, or yeah, a lot of creative stuff at the moment, except for writing in my journal. Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a lot going on. Now the TLDR of all this is that live streams will be on pause for a while. This is not because I need a mental health break though, which is quite nice. It's quite nice to not be live streaming for some very positive reasons for a change. But yeah, I do need to step away from live streaming. I have not actually live streamed for a couple of weeks, but kept meaning to make this video, and then more time passed and then I was like, oh, it's been quite a bit now, so I do apologize for how late this video is. But yeah, live streams are on pause. If you haven't clicked already that I haven't been live streaming, live streams are on pause now. Yeah, and again, TLDR, live streams are on pause. I'm going to do a little bit of an update about my health and my life. If you're somebody who does get triggered by health talk, because I know there are some of you all out there, including mental health talk, again, it is in a positive light, but if you are someone who is triggered or you're just not genuinely interested in this, feel free to click off. It's quite alright. Keep yourself in your positive space. Do what you need to do. But if you're interested in the life update, yeah, so you'll know I have a arthritic condition called ankylosing spondylitis, and the autoimmune aspect of that makes me very sick, very unwell, and I've also, because of that condition, also had a couple of falls that have led to some damage, which has resulted in me having consistent chronic pain, needing to use a walking frame to mobilize or a walking stick, and yeah, just has impacted my life quite a bit. It's taken me a really long time to accept that this is going to be the rest of my life. Now, I know I've talked that it's going to be the rest of my life, but internally it's a very hard thing to accept that you are going to be in pain for the rest of your life. You are going to be feeling like this for the rest of your life. And it's something that, while you can say it and you can think it, to internally accept it is a very difficult place. And it took me quite a long time to accept that. To be honest, I still think I'm in the process of accepting that, but I'd say I'm a lot better at this. And this is after 4+ years of this diagnosis. Part of my brain still thinks there's going to be a miracle cure. There's not. This is going to be the rest of my life. But due to some events that happened, I basically made the decision that I can't control this disease. So let's look at what we can change in our life to make everything else less. So that is where I did things like my mental health. I ended up moving in with my mum last year, and I've been working very hard through quite a few different things, including PTSD, some PTSD stuff. I've been doing some very intensive DBT therapy, which is very intensive, very useful, but very intensive. And a few other things as well. And I haven't really talked too much about the therapy online because for me, I am somebody who does very much put on a positive face. I put on a positive character. I put on the everything is wonderful. It's something I've done my whole life. And it's good in a way because I choose to be positive even when things are looking very negative, because I know I can very easily go into a bad mindset. So I choose to be a positive person, something that I've worked years on. But in turn, sometimes that means that when it comes to things, I'll automatically slip into that positive, everything's okay mindset. And with therapy, I need to not put on that mindset. I need to be honest in there. So yeah, the not talking about it and keeping it as a very internal Amy thing means that I don't feel the need to put on that mask, to put on that performance, to put on that everything's going great. Which this video is like, everything's going great. It is going great. Like, it's not perfect. We're still working on stuff. I want to make that clear, but things are looking really positive for the first time in a long time. But yeah, that's something that I've been doing, and I really stepped that up this year. So after some stuff that happened this year, I decided I really needed to step up therapy, and I did, and that's going really, really well for me. I also have done things like I had my hysterectomy this year, so that was one thing that I started instigating last year, was getting my hysterectomy, which has been great. I'm in the process of going through some dental stuff and getting a lot of teeth removed. I know from a distance they look fine, but trust me, they're not fine. So we are in the process. I'm on the surgery wait list to get my teeth removed as well, and then we will be getting dentures and stuff like that. So that's another thing. Simple things like getting my iron levels very checked, finding out I need more vitamin D, like vitamin checks, you know, just advocating for me, my health, and looking after myself for the first time in a long time. I've also been working to introduce an exercise program that works within my limitations, and that has been really wonderful. So I've been doing things like going for really long walks, because as part of accepting this condition is also accepting that there's always going to be pain and pushing through the pain. There's a difference between pushing through the pain that's okay to where you're pushing through the pain to then it'll cause you damage. So I've had to learn to push through the pain to a certain point, but also recognizing that I can't just go. I have to also let my body heal. So I've been introducing a few different things. I've talked before about there's a Switch game, which is like fitness boxing. We use the Switch controllers in your box, and it has a couple of modes that you can do sitting down. So if I'm having a really bad foot day or a bad back day and I can't stabilize myself, I can still play this game sitting down. I've also been going for a lot of walks, which is something I used to do all the time. And it's gotten to the point where some days I've even managed to walk for like 2.5 hours, which is absolutely incredible. My ankle is killing me afterwards, but it's incredible. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of really positive changes, and there's still a lot more to do. Obviously, as I said there, my ankle is one of the things that I want to instigate getting looked into more. But in time, you know, we can't change everything at once. But yeah, even so, like I've also been doing a whole heap of spring cleaning, decluttering. Like there's just been so much going on. Plus, on top of that, both my mum and I are chronically ill people. We have a lot of hospital appointments. We have a lot of healthcare stuff. So this is how I blink, and it's been 3 weeks at the moment, because it's just like, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Okay, it's 6 days later. Yeah, so it's been a lot of positivity because of all these little changes stacking and stacking, you know, like working on the behavioral therapy, which has made me go, okay, we need to work through the pain, which then makes me go for a walk, which makes me feel energized and refreshed, which then makes me go and declutter a cupboard, which then makes me going, oh, this is great, and I can do a bit more, and then go and sit down and write in my journal and let out all those thoughts, which then allows me to go to therapy and start the process again. So it's been this circular process of just boosting and boosting and boosting. And then big things that have happened, like the hysterectomy and getting rid of my endometriosis, meaning that my pain has dropped a little bit. And it's only been a little bit, but it makes a difference. Checking out the vitamins and realizing, hey, you're actually chronically low in a couple of things. We should tweak some of your meds. Do that, with all the therapy. I've also had a few med changes, and those are working a bit better. So it's lots of like things stacking on top of each other, and there's still more to go. So things like, because I've been moving a bit, I've actually been losing weight as well, which is fantastic. And so I've been like wanting to then change my diet up and actually focus on my weight and my health, and get back to where I was before the fall, and me falling back into I feel sad eating. So working on things like that. And then because I've been active in doing more through the day and in turn trying to nap less, side effect of that is that now I'm at a point where I was like, I think I can do a few more hours at work. Obviously, still at home because I'm still immune compromised. I still need a setup works with my body, but if I can work within these limitations, I think I can do more hours, which luckily happen to work with work. So the other thing that's going to be happening is that I am trialing working for 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. So that's going to be starting soon. It's a huge change because I honestly thought I was going to be stuck on the disability benefit for the rest of my life. Now, this doesn't mean for certain it's me getting off the benefit. It doesn't mean for certain I'm going to be able to handle this. But the fact that we're even at a point where I want to trial this, huge, 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 huge. So yeah, so that's coming up as well. It's going to be something that's happening over the next couple of months, is trialing that and seeing how we're going, and then if it works for work and it works for me, that will become permanent if things work out well. So yeah, this is why live streams are on hold, because in amongst all this, I honestly have not been sitting down to colour like I normally do. I've done 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. I've, done all these things during the day, gone to work, had dinner, and then sat down at night and done maybe 30 minutes of colouring before going, I am so exhausted, and going to bed and crashing very, very hard, or just blobbing out to videos where I don't even have to think on YouTube, just letting things play and zoning out. And I recognize that I am zoning out because I need decompression time, and right now the act of sitting and colouring isn't decompression. I still have to think and actively do with colouring. It's the same reason why I haven't been drawing or sketching or like I have art journals and things like that. And even though I've been journaling per se, I haven't been doing any of my other creative things. I did do a little bit of crochet, but that was also because I was a bit unwell, because again, still immune compromised. So yeah, basically I hope in amongst all this chaos, you've got the idea that while we are going to be taking a break from live streams for a while for a plethora of reasons, it's all very positive. And yeah, I am doing really well. Now, I know there's a bunch of you that have messaged me on Instagram and I haven't responded. Part of that is right now the therapy stuff that I am working on, because I'm trying to process so much. The act of communicating is quite taxing. I am someone who does tend to isolate when they are going through a lot of stuff. And the act of communication can be very difficult for me, which is another reason why I do want to take a break from live streaming, because when I sit there, again, it's that performance, it's that put on the happy face Amy, which is okay at times, but I don't want to feel like I need to put that Amy on. And I also just don't want to talk about a lot of stuff right now because I'm trying to process so much stuff. And so yeah, just right now live is quite difficult for me to visualize doing. Like, I'm struggling with the concept of going and doing that. I'm struggling to message people. There's some people that I try to make a point of going and messaging, but yeah, I am struggling to message. So if I haven't responded to your message, please know that it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just socializing is one of those things that I do struggle with. I've joked about it many times that I want to be a forest witch and just go and live in a cabin in the woods and not talk to anybody. I like my space. I like having my space. So yeah. So that is why, another reason why I want to just put a pause on lives. However, in amongst that, something like a recorded video like this, something I can see doing in all of this. So I've thought about trying to record some videos. Again, I'm not really sitting down to color like I normally do, so I have seen a couple people do where they do like clips during their week just showing what they get up to, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, is maybe I'll just do it like a vlog style once a week and I'll just show you the little bits of what I'm doing, plus maybe some of the other stuff I've been doing. I've been asked a lot to show, you know, my hometown and the walks around here, and it's very pretty. So yeah, that could be something that I consider doing as well. But I'm not going to put pressure on myself because there's a lot of stuff happening right now, and it's going to take a minute for me to find a new balance between work and then actually having an exercise routine, trying to do all the household stuff that I'm also trying to do right now. Hence, I mean, this room's always chaos, but it's even more chaos than usual. I don't think you'll be able to see the piles down there. Yeah. So yeah, I just hope that you got from this basically. It's positive, it's good. I'm just busy. Yeah. But I do miss you guys. I do miss, as much as I'm not the most social person in the world, I do miss chatting with y'all and hearing what y'all have been up to and seeing your colouring and stuff like that. And yeah, I do miss hanging out with y'all. So yeah, hopefully we will get onto things soon and things will get to a place where I'm like, cool. And if when we get back to that place, we may also have to look at the schedule, because I may not be able to stream 3 times a week like I used to do, or with work and stuff like that. I don't know what the future holds. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of, not gonna lie, it's kind of exciting to see a potentially different future than the one that you thought you were going to be forced into. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go and finish my coffee and then carry on with the declutter and trying to sort out this chaos before the nibblings arrive this afternoon. I send all the araha to you all, and I hope life is just as positive as it has been for me lately as it is for you all. And if not, I hope you can find a moment of joy today in your life. I appreciate you all very, very much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.